Juice, you said earlier you were feeling about as close to 100% as you could feel. Do you not expect to be 100%? Do you never expect to be the same person you were before the accident, just in terms of health or anything like that?
Um, nah, I expect myself to be back to where I was. I wouldn't say right now like that I'm the same player that I was before the injury because I'm not, but I'm gonna get there and hopefully I'm gonna be even better player than I was before the injury. But yeah, the injury, I don't think it's gonna affect me at all.
John Sauber.
Juice, was there, and I apologize if you've been asked this already, but was there ever any hesitance to play again after the accident? And was this particularly meaningful to you to come back and play after everything you've been through? So when was the announcement that play was going to start again? Was that particularly more meaningful?
Um, I would say there was no hesitance. Like I always had in my head, I'm gonna be back on the field. That was always my mindset. Never crossed my mind that football was over with for me. And for the season, yeah, like I'm just ready to play. Like it's been a long time for real, and I'm just ready to show people who I am for real.
New bias Wilborn.
Yeah, Coach Franklin has seemed to have made it very okay for you guys to speak out on social justice issues. What have you learned from Coach Franklin on that stuff, and what does it mean to you to be empowered to be able to speak out and speak your mind?
Yeah, Coach Franklin, he done a really good job. Just like talking to the whole team about social injustice, and if anybody needs anything, we all know we can go to him and talk. And it's just a crazy time we live in that stuff like that is going on still, like with police shootings and all that. And it's just I just hope peace comes eventually to the world and that all this will stop.
Go ahead, John.
I know you said you sort of don't feel like you're back to 100% of the player you were before. And what areas do you feel like you need to get back to 100%? Is it just a strength thing, or is it you just kind of feel like you're behind in your progression kind of thing?
Yeah, like I'm just like you said, behind my progression. I lost a lot of time, I'm a little behind. I need to work on some footwork, some technique things, and just getting the feel for the game again. It's a fast paced game, and when you get back out there, it's like a lot's going on. So I just gotta get back for the feel of the game, and it will come.
Mark Brennan.
Juice, what kind of toll did everything take on you physically as an offensive lineman? I mean, because you have to carry so much weight and all those sorts of things. Did you drop a bunch of weight? I mean, how did you kind of deal with all of that?
You mean when my injury happened?
Yeah, I'm sorry. When your injury happened, because I have to imagine as an O-lineman, it's tough to be as big and everything as you need to be.
Yeah. So when my injury happened, I was about like 295. I was the highest I've been since I was the highest I was since I got to Penn State. And like as soon as the injury happened, I think I lost about 20 pounds. So it was just, and the weight thing really wasn't in my head. It was just the fact that I needed to get back to healthy. And as soon as my back got healed, the weight was easy to put back on for real.
Where are you now?
Right now I'm about 290.
John Sauber.
What was your journey back from that injury like for you? Was there, I know you said there's never hesitance to play football again, but were there ever times you felt like you might not be able to get there just from a physical standpoint?
Yeah, there was times, there's times in adversity, there's gonna be times that you start doubting yourself and things like that. But in my head, and I had a great support cast with the team and my family and everybody that was on my side. I knew that I was gonna be back, and I just kept that in my head that I was just gonna be back on the field, and that I just knew I got something to prove, and I got something to show people.
Bonnie Collins,
Juice, were there one or two people who helped you that you kind of really relied on throughout the process? And at what point did you start to feel like it was more likely than not that you were going to be able to come back?
I wouldn't say like there was like it was a lot of people in my corner for real. So I'm not just going to single out anybody because everybody really helped me that was in my corner, and they know who they are. And what was the second question? My bad.
Oh, at what point was there a certain point where it felt like it was more likely than not that you were going to be able to come back after the early part of the process?
Oh yeah. I feel like when my back brace came off, that's when I knew it was like, yeah, like I could be back out there. I would be back out there eventually. Cause once that back brace came off, it just felt like a monkey got off my back for real.
Andrew Porterfield,
Hey, Juice, thanks for doing this. We talked to Will Levis earlier, and he described Michael Minute as a 30-year-old dad. What is Michael in the locker room?
Yeah, Minute just brings a lot of leadership. He got a lot of experience, a lot of leadership. And it's funny because like the first time I got here, he was like the first person that was helping me like with my sets and stuff. And I had no idea who he was or nothing. And I look at him and I'm thinking like, yo, he must be a senior. And he was like a junior and he looked super old. And so, yeah, but Minute, yeah, he brings a lot of leadership and he's a really good player.
Mark Brennan,
Juice, how long were you in the back brace, and what was that like for you? Just, your day-to-day living, dealing with that.
So I was in the back brace about 8 months, roughly. And it was at first it was hard. I had to like go around this little scooter and it was just I could barely walk. It was like when I would walk after a little while it would start to hurt and it was super painful. But like once you like I got used to the back brace, it was like it really helped my my posture. And because it had me so straight up, I was just always straightforward. So it had definitely some good things to it, but it was definitely a pain.
Mark Brennan,
I don't know if I ever asked or have people asked what was the actual problem after the accident that you had to get taken care of.
So I broke my L3 vertebrae, and it just had to heal on its own. I didn't need no surgery or anything. It just took time, and it had to heal.